With drawing eyes, I'm going to show you guys some little tricks of how to get started by using references, whether it's an image in a magazine or a real life person like a family member. So I'll be drawing her left eye right here. So the first thing you start off with is looking at and breaking down the actual lines and the shapes that you see. Just by looking at this picture, I can see that the eye's general shape is quite oblong or oval shaped, with these two little pinches here and there. I can see that the upper eyeline follows this kind of slight curve, like this. And so that will be my first reference point. Then I can see that the lower eyeline follows this curve as well, like that. So with that kind of soft curve of the upper eyeline, I'm going to start off like this. Like that. Next I'm going to be doing the lower eyeline, so following this same curve. There's also that little pinch, so I'll keep that in mind and do it like this, so that inner duct, and then the curve opens up a little bit and pinches in. Just like that. You can then see the eye duct and kind of shade this in to look just like that. Next we're going to want to put in the iris, so this circle. The iris itself is a clean and simple circular shape, but you can notice that some part of the circle is missing. So it's over here, but you just can't see it. So what we can do, you can also notice that the lower part of the iris barely and almost just touches the lower eyeline. So we can draw a circle to hit around here and going over the upper eyeline, kind of like this. Like that. We can then erase the part of the iris that you can't really see in the reference, like this. Next we can fill in the pupil. The pupil also is a smaller little circle that goes just inside. The pupil from the image we can see barely touches the upper eyeline, so we're gonna make it go just like this. And because the pupil's black, we can quickly shade it in like this. Next, we want to do the eye crease. So looking at this crease, it follows a similar shape to the upper eyeline, but if you look a little closer, you might notice that this gap between the upper eyeline and the eye crease is a bit bigger than in the middle here. So the line will kind of follow a shape like this. You can also notice that there's a little hook just here, a little point. So if we copy that shape, it'll look a little bit like this. Like that. From there, we've got the basic shape of our eye. Next, we can look at the eyebrow. So the eyebrow follows a shape that goes like this. Kind of curves in and hooks outwards. You can also notice that the eyebrow starts just around here. So just where the tear duct is. And it goes beyond the actual eye. So it extends outwards. So if we mark it lightly, it's somewhere around here. We're going to finish just around here. So we do a light shape of it, it'll follow a curve like this. And then we can start filling the shape of it a little bit thicker, kind of like this. There's that little kind of point just there, so we can put that in there and let it hook out just like that. And like that, you've got the eyebrow shape. At this point, you don't really need to worry about those fine little hairs, as long as you can start getting in that general shape of the eyebrow. It's a thin eyebrow, not a thick eyebrow. As you can see, it's quite thin. So try not to make it too thick. If you're happy with the lines, you can even go over them a little bit darker and harder to make them pop that little bit more, like this. And there you go, the basic shape of an eye.